Cricket, our national treasure? Or dying irrelevance? Bodyline, tactical genius? Or national disgrace? The 100, inspired innovation? Or misguided mistake? Join the cricket conversation with a subscription to the Cricketer magazine.
Welcome to the Quarantine Cup and Thursday night action for you today between Sussex and Leicestershire. Sussex, of course, flying at the top of Group 2. Tymal Mills has won both of his opening two fixtures. He began the season with a comprehensive defeat of Kent and then went and saw off Surrey in equally emphatic circumstances. He might be the oldest player on the circuit, but he's got plenty of experience in front of consoles, and that's starting to show as his aggressive batting has dominated his opponents so far over the course of the campaign. For Hassan Azad and Leicestershire, the story has been a little bit mixed. They began with a very comfortable win over Sophia, Dunkley and Surrey, but were beaten in their second game quite heavily by Roman Walker and Glamorgan, so will need to make up for some of that when they take on Mills in a crunch game in Group 2 this evening. Before we go over to the action, a quick look at the table, and unsurprisingly, you'll see Sussex sitting pretty at the top with 4 points from their two matches. Glamorgan, Kent and Leicestershire all off the mark already. Leicestershire needing a win here to keep in touch as they look for a place in the last four. Right, time to go over to your commentators, the boys from Guerrilla Cricket.
Welcome to Durban Fields, which is not like any ground I've ever heard of, but it appears to be a cross between Kingsmead and Cape Town, dreamed up over a few too many castle lagers. It's even got its own table mountain. We've got drop-in pitches these days. Why not a drop-in mountain? Protagonists today on day 14 of the Quarantine Cup are Sussex, manipulated by the quicksilver thumbs of Tymal Mills, and Leicestershire, tweaked by batsman Hassan Azad. Your commentators from Guerrilla Cricket are me, Nigel Gorilla Hendo Henderson, and Tony Bash the Bishop. Without more ado, it's out to the middle where Tony has hobbled to bring you teams and tossers.
Thank you very much indeed, Hendo. Yes, indeed, it's Tymal Mills, the man from Dewsbury, and Colin Ackerman, the South African Dutchman. And let's have a look. Leicestershire have the call. The big ant has dropped. And Leicestershire have won the toss, and they have decided to bowl. Well, let's take you through those teams. For the Sussex Sharks, it's Phil Salt, Luke Wright, Ravi Papara, Stian Van Zyl, Ben Brown, Laurie Evans, Rashid Khan, Jofra Archer and Chris Jordan, Tymal Mills, of course, and Will Beer. The Leicestershire Foxes, Mark Cosgrove, Yannaman Malan, Aaron Lilly, Colin Ackerman, Harry Dearden, Lewis Hill, the wicketkeeper, Callum Parkinson, Ben Mike, Dieter Klein, Gavin Griffiths and Tom Taylor.
And the openers are coming to the wicket, Phil Salt and this man.
Hide my head, I want to drown my sorrow. Look right through me, look right through me.
First ball from Callum Parkinson, left arm round the wicket, and Salt it is who's facing, and he flicks that away with incredible deftness of touch through mid-wicket all the way to the boundary. First one of these.
It's me, Sanshi. It's me, Sanshi.
Lovely stuff from Phil Salt, a man with a growing reputation. He's got a big hard hitter at the other end in Luke Wright. Parkinson again at the end of a very short run, and he's going to remain around the wicket. Past the umpire he comes, bowls again to Salt. Salt drives aerially, straightish. Is there a man down there? I think it is. Yes, I think he's been taken. I think it's Harry Dearden down there who's taken the catch. And I think Salt has gone before he can rub anything into anyone's wounds.
I won't look back, 'cause by the time that I do, you'll be gone.
And he will be replaced by none other than...
Well, Ravi Bopara, he's a batter, like Ian Bell but delicate. Ravi Bopara, he's a batter, like Owe Shah but a little bit better. Ravi Bopara, he's a...
Here comes Parkinson again, left arm around the wicket, and Bopara has flicked this away through mid-wicket towards mid-on as well, and that has found the gap. It starts in similar vein to Phil Salt with 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What a treat it is to see Ravi Bopara and Luke Wright together in the middle. Beautiful batsman to watch, hard-hitting batsman to watch. And Parkinson has got his work cut out. He's coming around the wicket again to bowl to Bopara. He's got a lovely pivot, Callum Parkinson, as he just turns on that front foot. It is being made to wait by Bopara. And now he's ready to go. 2 or 3 steps past the umpire, in, bowls. Bopara flicks away into the onside. Surely there's a single there, but maybe not. Well, I think they've missed out there. He came in, the fielder off the mid-wicket boundary, and Bopara must have sent Luke Wright back. But extraordinary, really. There seemed to be a very long single there, but apparently not. Bopara marks his guard again. And Parkinson will continue. 4 balls bowled, 1 wicket down, 8 runs scored. He goes for the reverse sweep and really doesn't get that at all. Drops out into the onside. Keeper comes from behind the wicket to do the fielding. And again, there is no run. Final ball of the first over. Parkinson 1 for 8 coming in to Bopara. Bopara lofts this into the outfield. He could be in some trouble here. Harry Dearden is running around again. He's taken 1 catch. Is he going to take his second? Yes, he is. He leaps with delight, throws the ball into the air, and Parkinson has a second wicket. What a first over from the youngster. Great stuff, Tony. I think you'll agree.
Oh, terrific. History maker, of course, was a young Callum Parkinson. Never before had twins taken wickets in the same, each other's wicket in the same game. And well, that happened at Grace Road when Matt and Callum met at the Leicestershire-Lancashire game.
Yeah, that will be a question in cricket trivia quizzes for years to come, I imagine. Ravi Bopara is on his way. 8 for 2, Sussex, after the first over. And it will be Dieter Klein, the left-arm medium pacer, to bowl. Perhaps the only German South African that I know. And although, of course, not personally. He's at the end of his run. He's taken 1 wicket in this competition so far, of course. Leicestershire have just the 1 win from their 2 games. Sussex, 100% record. In comes Klein, bowling to the new batsman Stein van Zyl. He's in, he bowls, and he flicks it away. Lovely timing again. They do like that mid-wicket spot. That's going to make it all the way to the boundary. 4 more.
2 + 2 is a man.
Well, Van Zyl is a native of Cape Town. He'll feel at home having that Table Mountain to his in the offside or right at the end of the cover boundary. But, he's off the mark with a 4, as the 2 previous batsmen were as well. Klein is back at the end of his run, just starting a metre or 2 outside the circle. And in he comes again. Angled run up. bowls to Van Zyl. Van Zyl goes for a big drive, but makes no contact in between bat and pad. That one came back at him. A very good response from Klein. And the Leicestershire fielders can't believe that Van Zyl didn't get an edge to that. But he does survive. The score remains 12 for 2. We're 2 balls into the second over. Remembering, of course, this is a 5-over-a-side game. In comes Klein. Nice leisurely run up. In bowls. Goes back. Flicks that away. Behind. Deep square leg. Is that going to go all the way? I think it has. Great shot. 90 yards 6 from Van Zyl. So a great start from the South African, who's picked off 10 runs from his first 3 balls. Luke Wright still maintaining a watching brief at the other end, hasn't had a chance to face a ball yet. Klein rubs that ball on his trousers, just shining it up on one side, and prepares to come in again to the left-handed Van Zyl. He's in past the umpire, bowls, and he flicks this away into the onside. I think they're going to get a run to mid-on. It's going to be tight, has to put in the dive, but he has got there. And Klein looking rather quizzically at his man at mid-on, suggesting he might have got that in a little bit quicker. Anyway, it brings Luke Wright down to face his first delivery. And here is Klein to bowl the 5th ball of the over. The run rate now up to 11.4. Sussex will be happy with that. He's in. He bowls to Luke Wright, and Luke Wright goes back and launches that over square leg. I think that's going to go all the way. It is. It's gone for another of these. Yeah, swinging it out towards Table Mountain. Not like any table I've ever sat at. It's more like the Matterhorn. You half expect to see Julie Andrews come running down the slope, yodeling in front of a lonely goat herd. But 6 more runs in that direction for Luke Wright. And that's a great start for him. He may have been made to wait, but he's taken full toll. Final ball of Klein's over. He's in, bowls, and he works this into the onside. I think it may just be the one here as one runs round from deep square leg. Oh, now there's a bit of indecision, and Klein took off the bails at the non-striker's end. Umpire says no. There's a little bit of excitement from the South African fielders. Sorry, from the Leicestershire fielders. Most of them are South African, it has to be said, but there is no wicket. Colin Ackerman is the new bowler, the Leicestershire skipper.
He's a record breaker.
Man. He is a record breaker, of course. 7 for 18 against Birmingham Bears, and also T20 international experience with the Netherlands. Lovely languid action that he's got. Comes in to bowl to Wright, and Wright has also got a lovely languid action. He's driven through that over mid-wicket, and I think that's going to make the boundary as well, or clear the boundary as well. Indeed it has. Yeah, beautiful shot from Luke Wright. He looks really in the mood today. He's delighting the Sussex fans in this crowd. Ackerman, off-break bowler, rubbing the ball on his thigh. He looks up. What has he got? What can he come back with after this barrage from Luke Wright? Run rate now up to 14.77. In again, couple of steps, bowls, and Luke Wright swings this away into the onside again. Over square leg once more. It's 6 more for Luke Wright. 130 yards.
Maximum.
19 from 4 deliveries, Luke Wright, as Ackerman comes in again, bowls to him, and he goes back, tries to cut, but this time he's beaten. And well, that's a good response from Ackerman. It can't be easy when you've got when you're in the sights of Luke Wright and he's in this kind of form. Ackerman has the ball back again. Run rate now up to 15.5 almost. Ackerman in, bowls, driven up and over, extra cover. Another wonderful shot from Luke Wright. It's 6 more, would you believe? And he's beaten himself 135 yards.
We will get this soon. Okay, 6 you will hear me.
Lovely balance there, Tony, I thought, from Luke Wright.
Yeah, he's been in good nick in Dubai as well, in Abu Dhabi rather, in the T10 Super League. He's been knocking out the runs for Abu Dhabi. And he's doing it here.
4 balls gone. Ackerman's already gone for 18. He comes in. What's he going to do now? Well, he's driven again, straight by Luke Wright. Has that gone over the sight screen? I think it may well have done. It's 6 more for Luke Wright. And indeed, as the jingle says, it really was gigantic. That was 112 yards, but it was beautifully struck. He says to Colin Ackerman, take your 7 for 18 world record and stick that in your pipe and smoke it. He didn't smoke it, he smoked it. Anyway, 1 ball remaining. The run rate now up to almost 18 and over. 50 up for Sussex, 50 for 2. And Ackerman, well, I imagine he just wants to get off. He really doesn't want to be bowling this final ball. He must have fear in the pit of his stomach. Anyway, here he comes to complete the over. He bowls. Oh, he's bowled a wide, I think, there. Well, I suppose that's one way of stopping Luke Wright from hitting you all around the ground. Just spear it wide. He'll still have to bowl another ball. He hasn't got away with it. 25 runs now off this over. And here he is. Hopefully he's going to complete it this time. He's in. He bowls. Reverse sweep comes out straight to the man at backward point. I think they're going to run through for a single. They do. So 26 runs off the over. Luke Wright in absolutely magnificent touch. And Sussex move to 51 for 2 from 3 overs. New bowler. We return to a little bit of pace. It's going to be Tom Taylor. Don't know much about Tom Taylor, but I think you do, Tony.
Well, he's from Stoke-on-Trent, Hendo, so he may be able to do it on a wet Tuesday night there, but what about a sunny day in Durban? He's got his work cut out here.
Certainly has. 52 for 2. Tom Taylor, 25-year-old right-arm fast-medium bowler. Never played a domestic T20, so it's going to be interesting to see how he takes to this even more truncated format of the game. Anyway, he seems to be just about ready. Coming in from the edge of the circle to bowl to right. He's in, and Wright, well, tries to sweep that. Foolish ball. Sweeping a man of that pace is not easy. The ball just drops down off his pad in front of him. There's an appeal for LBW, and the Brains Trust is coming together to consider whether they might ask for a review of that. I think it might have just been disappearing down the leg side. We can see the ball is pitching in line. Is it just going to clip the outside of that leg stump? It is. So no joy in the end for Leicestershire. Luke Wright escapes and continues. 52 for 2. Luke Wright has 32 of those. Stian Van Zyl has 11. Tom Taylor has the ball back in his hand. Bit of relief to have a dot ball, I think, from the Leicestershire team. He's in again, he bowls, and this time he's beaten Wright. Wright seemed to be trying to work that away into the leg side. A little bit of a way swing, I think, for Taylor there. And again, the Leicestershire team can't believe their luck. But didn't get a little thin edge through the keeper. But Luke Wright survives again. So 2 dot balls. In comes Taylor again, close to the umpire, bowls, and he's driven this one, and he's driven it well. He's driven it handsomely. He's given a little bit of width there. That has gone all the way. It's another 6 for Luke Wright.
6. Didn't look more than a forward defensive push, did it, Hendo? But still somehow lofted over cover.
Yeah, absolutely. I've only seen someone like Ricky Ponting play a shot like that before. In comes Taylor again, bowls, worked into the onside, it's in the air, I think. Is it going to be taken? I think it is, right on the boundary edge. The catch is taken. Luke Wright finally perishes, looking for another maximum. And the Sussex 3rd wicket is down. 12 balls for his 38. What a knock from Luke Wright. He'll be replaced by none other than, would you believe it, the captain, Tymal Mills. He's pushed himself up to number 5. I suppose that's captain prerogative in this form of the game. He's coming in to bat at number 5.
I see a bad back of bowling. I see T20 specialized. I've seen him bowling.
But it'll be Van Zyl facing initially, of course, because the batsman crossed. This is tucked away into the onside, not very far. There is no mid-wicket, or no orthodox mid-wicket, so it's the wicketkeeper has to do the fielding. They get through for a leg bye. So that adds more to this slightly daunting Sussex total already. 59 for 3, 1 ball remaining in Taylor's over. And he's coming in to bowl to Tymal Mills, and Mills is beaten by that one outside the off stump. Yeah, it wasn't the most confident of shots, despite his manoeuvre up the order. Again, he was looking to the onside, and he was beaten by the swing. That is the end of Tom Taylor's over. Sussex are 59 for 3 as we pan back and see that wonderful vista with the Matterhorn stroke Table Mountain in the background. It's going to be Gavin Griffiths to bowl. He's coming into Van Zyl. Right arm round the wicket. He's starting from round the wicket, maybe hoping to angle it in and take it away from the left-handed batsman. And he's just about ready, tossing the ball between hands. And the umpire gives him the signal, lowers the arm. And oh, hang on, there's just a quick change in the field, but now we're ready. Griffiths approaches in, bowls to Van Zyl. He goes for a big heave into the onside. He's beaten by that one completely and comprehensively. Head in the air a little bit there from the batsman. Just trying to hit it too hard, perhaps.
Listed his career best figures in T20s twice in 2019, did Griffiths. 3 for 14 against the Derbyshire Falcons.
He's in again. This time Van Zyl does get hold of it, but has he got enough on it? Yes, he has. That's gone straight, and that's gone all the way for 6 over long off. Second 6 for Van Zyl, who's looked in pretty good nick as well. Score moves on to 65 for 3. 4 balls remaining in this Sussex innings, and Griffiths will bowl all of them. He's in again to Van Zyl. Van Zyl cuts this time, but only to backward point who fields. They get through for a single. It looks like they have. A dive is put in by Tymal Mills, and the score moves on to 66 for 3. Griffiths switches to over the wicket for the right-handed batsman. What can Captain Mills do here? He's in, he bowls. Oh, and he's gone for a big heaving pull. Just short of the man, I think, at deep square leg. Just for a moment, he would have thought he was in business, the fielder. But it does bring Mills his first run. And he is off the mark. Just having a look at that again from side on. Big pull shot in front of square, just in front of square. It's only dropping short by, well, the merest of margins. But in fact, was that a drop? I'm just wondering whether it was a drop or whether that actually carried to the fielder or not. Difficult to say. Sometimes not altogether clear on this gaming platform. But here comes Griffiths again, back round the wicket to Van Zyl. Van Zyl drives at this one. And where has that gone? Through extra cover, over extra cover. And I imagine that's brought in 4 runs, although I haven't seen the signal from the umpire. Yes, indeed it is.
Very stylish indeed.
I'm looking over a 4.
Yeah, stylish stuff from Van Zyl, who now has just 1 more ball to face. Sussex are 71 for 3. A run rate of 14.69. They've won 2 games. This is a pretty good platform for a 3rd victory. Griffiths is in. Van Zyl goes for a cut shot. Is beaten by it, but then it's lost by the wicketkeeper. Runs out towards square leg, and they will have got through for a leg bye. They, in fact, it did make contact with the pad. So that is the end of the Sussex innings. Pretty impressive stuff, I think you have to say, Tony.
Oh, very much so, Hendo. Yeah, 13 off that final over. So Sussex have finished on an incredibly competitive 72 for 3. Run rate of over 14. Van Zyl not out 23. Just a single, though, for Tymal Mills. Luke Wright, of course, was the main attraction with 38 from 12. 4 each for Salt and Ravi Bopara. Bowling-wise, great start from Parkinson. 2 for 8 from him. 1 for 7 for Taylor. No wicket for Klein for 18. No wicket for Griffiths for 12. But the wheels rather fell off that Leicester bus.
Yeah,
when Ackerman was bludgeoned for 26, wasn't he, by Luke Wright.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say, before I hand over to you, Tony, it's nice to see Mark Cosgrove going out there, man from South Australia, 35 years old now. It must have been a big challenge for the gamers to build him. Will have needed quite a bit of virtual scaffolding, but he is a fantastic player.
He's
over
a
to you,
big
Tony.
man. Well, indeed, and he's going to be facing none other than the leg break and googly combination of Rashid Khan, who is in and straight into his work is Cosgrove, because it's for 6. Not just, no, just short. It's a 4. It looked like a 6 on that replay, though. Let's have another look. It's up, lofted over extra cover, and well, to all the world to me, Hendo, that looked like that pitch just beyond the boundary, but not according to the scorers. So 4 it is. Rashid Khan's going to be in again. And this one's flicked to leg. Quick single taken, much better from Rashid Khan there.
Yeah, I was quite surprised to see Cosgrove setting off the stinger there. You wouldn't have thought a big man like him would be able to get down the other end when it's gone straight to mid-wicket.
But it brings Yannaman Milan on to strike, the brother of Peter, of course. He's got a ring of 4 on the off. Short fine leg, a deep backward square, and a mid-wicket. Deep mid-wicket and a long on. It's going to be Rashid Khan. He's going to come around the wicket. And that was rather edgily to mid-off. And they will take another single. You're right. He's being made to do a bit of running, is he not? It's Mark Cosgrove here, and he's going to be facing Rashid Khan one more time. And that looked like down leg side. It was taken by Ben Brown. That's a wide, surely, but not given as such.
There's a bit of a glitch in the programming here with regards to wides, Tony. I've seen a few of these in the games that we've done so far.
Well, that was definitely down. That was definitely down leg, and so I think he got away with that. Rashid Khan is going to be in again to the left-hander, and this one is meatily dispatched over extra cover for another maximum. Wow.
His intentions were 666.
Yeah, lovely shot from Cosgrove. He looks in good nick, and when the ball is hit by him, as they say in a cliched manner, it remains.
Well, he played for the South African, the Australian Legends fairly recently. Made only a single there, but he's in good nick here. And this one is short and pulled, but pulled to deep mid-wicket. They take 1. Oh, a bit of a fumble. They come back for 2. So 14 off that Rashid Khan over, and that's pretty much the run rate that Leicestershire need, Hendo.
Yeah, very good from them. He's not an easy bowler to deal with. To get 14 off Rashid Khan is pretty much a bonus, I would say. Anyway, it means that Tymal Mills will bowl the next over.
No surprise there. He's left arm over, and he's in to Yannaman Milan. And Yannaman Milan, whoa, well, that's really got the treatment first up. High over mid-wicket for 6. Milan moves on to 7 in style.
Yeah, fantastic pickup from Milan, a man who's already got an ODI century to his name after only 3 matches. He looks the business, the younger brother of Peter.
Very much so, very much so. So what's he got now? That really was got hold of. So Yannaman Milan, he's got the flavour. Coming over a wicket again is Mills, and this is pulled this time to backward square. They're going to have to hurry. Oof, but they make it once again. Cosgrove is having to do some running. He's being made to shift that frame of his.
Yeah, I hate to see what numbers he'll be producing on the beep test when they take his heart rate.
Well, Tymal Mills is going to go around the wicket to the left-handed Cosgrove. He's in, and that's a full Yorker, and well, Cosgrove was looking to cut, but I think that's caught him on the full, on the pad. It's way into the offside. They've taken 2, but I think there's probably going to be a review there, Hendo.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what he was trying to do there, Cosgrove, at all. We're looking at the umpire. He says not out, but the Mark Mills is joining with his rest of his teammates, and it's been decided that they will review. We're going to look at it again. He's round the wicket, gets that in swinger going. Let's have a look. It hits him on the full, And, well, that's got to be close, hasn't it?
Impact looked pretty much in line, and it looked like it was going to be kissing that leg stump of the left-handed Cosgrove. So I think he's got a pretty good shout there. We're going to have a look at a sort of a negativized view of the world. Again, that appears to hit him just in front of that leg stump. It's a very strange shot. I'm not entirely sure what Hassan Azad was looking to do with Mark Cosgrove there, because he's playing a cut shot to a full ball on his toes, basically.
Yeah, it's a very worrying. I mean, I know he's fairly inexperienced, Hassan Azad, with facing the in-swinging Yorkers from Tymal Mills, but really, he should have done a bit better than that. Great ball, though, you have to say.
Oh, it swung, it was full, it caught him on the foot. That will have hurt. But we're looking at multiple views of this. The original decision, of course, not out. And it's given as umpire's call.
Oh, that is so marginal, really, isn't it? It's umpire's call on connection with the pad there. It would have definitely hit, but it's maybe just a smidgen outside leg stump. So great work by the virtual umpire, has to be said.
Very much so. So Mills is going to continue to Cosgrove. He's carrying on from around the wicket. He's in. Oh, and Cosgrove steps back, goes to short fine leg, single taken. And Hassan Azad's making a big Aussie run a bit here. And I think that's also given as a leg by umpire Gould.
Well, certainly advancing with leg byes at the moment, aren't they?
Back over the wicket then by Tymal Mills to the right-hander. Steps back, Yannaman Milan. Oh, he's lofted this straight to mid-off, taken by Luke Wright, whose day just keeps getting better and better. Yep, 8 off 4 for Milan. Tymal's done the trick. Mrs. Mills wanted him to lose, but she may have to go back to playing the piano for a while if he keeps this up.
Yeah, good stuff from Tymal Mills. He's really enjoying himself out there. Milan, a dangerous player, I think you have to say, trying to do something a little bit innovative there, and unfortunately just holding out. New batsman is Aaron Lilly.
Yep, Lancashire's loss, definitely Leicestershire's gain. And he's played 220s for the MCC against Sultans in Northern in Pakistan recently in February. So comes with a little bit of recent experience. Mills is going to be in to Lilly. And whoa, well, that's down leg side, no wide signal. Lilly shakes his head. And well, he might. 1 for 10 for Mills, 24 for 1 Leicestershire, 49 off 18 needed now.
Yeah, pretty decent start for Leicestershire. They're certainly in the game, but that was a very good over from Tymal Mills. New bowler.
Indeed it is. Will Beer. We're going to see his leg breaks. And he's going to be bowling to left-handed Mark Cosgrove. In he comes. And, Cosgrove chips it straight back to Beer. Beer has struck off the very first ball. Cosgrove goes for 13. 24 for 2, 49 off 16 the target, and just seemed to flick it straight to him, didn't he? Just a little chip shot straight into the back to the bowler, Hendo.
Yeah, very dangerous player in this form of the game, Will Beer, and in the style of 6 degrees of separation. I should confess an interest. He's my partner's sister's friend's daughter's fiance, and he's done very well to get rid of a dangerous Cosgrove.
Your closest friends. Well, new man to the crease is the record-breaking Colin Ackerman. He took a lot of heavy punishment from Luke Wright. Well, can he affect a miracle for the Foxes here? And this one rather flummoxes him. It was the googly and no run, and Ackerman was sold right down the river on that one. So gets away with it though, no run. Taps his mark. In comes Beer. Oh my word, that is better from Ackerman. He has walloped that for a massive 6 over deep extra.
You came out of your hand and into my soul. Now it's up in the stand. to 6. It's beautiful and it's mine.
Yeah, looking to adjust his leg side field a little. Won't matter if Ackerman keeps that kind of hitting up the man from George in South Africa. There is going to be around the wicket to him. Oh, he's done it again! Around the wicket, sure, but Ackerman goes big over cover once more, short, and it got the treatment it deserved.
You know you're alive. Go lifting higher, higher, higher.
Needs to get a grip on things a little bit here. There's Will Beer, because Ackerman may have taken some tap with the ball, but he is looking on his game with the bat. 2 sixes. What has Beer got? He comes in again. Same ball, same result, same result. It's death or glory for Ackerman so far. It's glory. Will Beer needs to get a grip on this, Hendo.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from Ackerman. He was in debt, really, wasn't he, to his team? So he's levelling up things a little bit with that hat-trick of sixes. A hat-trick of sixes. There should be a name for that in cricket, shouldn't there?
666. It's the sign of the beast.
I suppose that's true. And he is
beautifully executed. In comes Beer. Oh, that again looks like a wide. And it's finally it's been signalled by umpire Ross Simmons. So there you go, Hendo. Just occasionally the game does get it right.
Yeah, I think that was the googly, wasn't it? It went down the leg side.
It was. In comes Beer again. Good ball, bang on a length, defended by Ackerman. So that's the end of the over. 1 for 19 from it, 18 for Ackerman. Lilly yet to score. The Foxes need 30 from 12. It's very doable, Hendo.
Yeah, good start to the over from Will Beer and a good end, but in between, Ackerman was very much in charge as a new bowler. Oh, well, what a man.
What a man, it's none other.
Break your heart, hotter than lava, cooler than
And he's going to be in too, Aaron Lilly. And a horrible start, down leg side. And nothing given from Chris Gould, who possibly not covering himself in glory here. He'll be looking for better than that, and not given. Archer's in again around the wicket to Lilly. Oh, this one is really got hold of. Archer banged up and over long on for 6. What a shot that was. Just lofted it there over long on, Hendo.
Yeah, beautifully picked up. Jofra Archer, of course, recently named as one of the Wisdom Cricketers of the Year. And of course, a lot of flogged like a dead horse in the winter, I'm afraid.
Starring role in that World Cup final, of course.
Of course, absolutely.
Aaron, well, 24 from 10, the target. What have they got this time? As in comes Archer. This is pulled to mid-wicket. It's not going to go all the way. They're going to take 1. They're going to look for 2. Oh, Ackerman is sent back. He has to put in the dive and only just makes it. That was very much a bit of yes-no after you, Claude, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think they went to the wrong end there, the fielder, didn't he? I think he went to the non-strikers end.
Yeah, he did.
Going to the wicket-keeper.
It's the sort of nerves you see when you're in a tight chase, and I think Leicestershire will still feel they can do this. As Archer is in again, and this one is full from Jofra. Push to mid-on, and they will just get the single. So Ackerman 23 off 9, and Aaron Lilly will be back on to strike.
Yeah, 50 up for Leicestershire. They're very much in this game still. 22 required from 8 balls.
So in comes Jofra Archer to Aaron Lilly. Oh, he's looking for the Yorker. Lilly's looking to pull, but that's actually just dribbled away to the offside. They try and run. They throw in the dive. I think that's going to be close, Endo.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant work from Ben Brown, who comes from behind the stumps, flicks the ball back, and I don't think Ackerman can get there. He puts in the full slide, but looking back as the frame reverses, it looks to me as if Ben Brown has pulled off a magnificent piece of fielding.
Oh, he just flicks it back, doesn't he, having run round from behind the stumps. And indeed, there is the big ant signal. And the big ant signal says, out. He is gone. He's gone for 19. Is Ackerman. Leicestershire. 51 for 3, 22 needed from 7. Last ball of the over then for Jofra Archer to Harry Dearden, the left-hander. This one is hoiked massively over mid-wicket towards the extraordinarily positioned Table Mountain. The crowd rise. It's a huge 6.
I believe in miracles. Since you came to bat, you're 6 of them, you're 6 of them, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came out to bat, you're 6 of them.
16 needed off the last over, but it's the arch finisher, Chris Jordan, that's going to bowl it. And this first ball is pulled, but it reared up off a length. It's rather miscued, actually, and dribbles to where Gully would have been. A single. A lively Ben Brown Fields. So it's not going to get easy. It's not easy for Leicestershire. They needed probably more than one there, but the one is what they've got, Hendo.
Yes, indeed. Well, Dearden still believes in miracles. 6 off his first ball, now facing Jordan.
Indeed he is. What's he got this time? Jordan's in. And this is pulled again on the leg side. That's absolutely huge over deep mid-wicket. What a shot that was. 15 from 5. Yeah,
it looked like his slower ball from Jordan there, but well read by Harry Dearden. 12 off 2. What a start from him.
No messing, so 9 from 4. And he's going to be facing Chris Jordan. It really could go either way. You could cut the atmosphere here with the proverbial knife. As Jordan is in, and that's pulled, but I don't think it's going to go all the way. It's not. It's fielded down there at backward square. Just a single for Dearden. Just the one for Leicestershire. 8 needed from 3. Aaron Lilly is going to be the man that's going to have to achieve it. What has he got? Looks to me as though Jordan is going to come around the wicket. Indeed he does. And this one is lofted, but it might be gone. He is. He's gone. He's gone straight to Archer at mid-on. It's the old 1-2 from the boys from Barbados. Lily's gone for 8. Huge wicket for Sussex.
Was a giant mistake. Was a giant mistake. Gigantic.
No doubt about that catch that time, Hendo. Beautifully taken by Jofra Archer. It's the old 1-2 from the England pair. And,
yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Up against it.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant from them. I guess it's the confidence that comes with 2 wins under your belt. Wicketkeeper Lewis Hill coming to the crease.
He's not going to be facing though, because it's going to be Harry Dearden. The batsman who crossed. Harry Dearden needs 2 boundaries. 8 needed off 2. Chris Jordan coming to him over the wicket. This is pulled, but it's only pulled to backward square. They will take 1. They think they're going to come back for 2. It was a bit of a fumble. That's the sort of fumble you get under pressure, and it turns 1 into 2. That leaves the equation very simple.
Yeah, great work from Harry Dearden there to get back for the second. He really had to. And of course, he's the man who's already felt bat on ball. Lewis Hill yet to face.
Well, how's your heart rate? 6 needed off the last ball. Harry Dearden has the hopes of Leicestershire on his young shoulders. He's going to face Chris Jordan with his right arm over, in, pulled to mid-wicket. But they're only going to take 1. They might come back for 2, but that's not going to be enough. The throw is in, and Sussex have won by 3 runs. Not quite the barrister margins, but exciting stuff. Well played, Tymal. Sorry, Mrs. Mills. She wanted him to lose, but he hasn't on this occasion. Very bad luck, Hassan. Leicestershire finish on 69 for 4, just 3 runs short. Everybody chipped in a bit, but Ackerman very much the pick of the bunch for his belligerent 19 wickets for Sussex, for Mills, Jordan and Beer. So get the Beers in, Tymal Mills, and no surprise at all that Luke Wright picks up the Big Ant Man of the Match award for that extraordinary 38 off 12. Exciting stuff, Hendo.
Yeah, very good from Luke Wright. He really was the difference, wasn't he, today? 3 out of 3 for Sussex. They are looking good for the semi-finals. 1 out of 3 for Leicestershire. A little bit unlucky today. Played their part in an excellent game. Hope you've all enjoyed listening to Guerrilla Cricket here in the Quarantine Cup for the Cricketer. And it's back to the studio.
Tymal, you've gone and done it again, hitting the ball all over the place. And another record score and another win. It all seems to be coming very easily to you at the moment.
Yeah, the boys are looking unstoppable, can't lie. Confidence is really high in the dressing room, and I can't see us being beaten at all in this tournament.
That's a very bold word, having played 3 games, but effectively you are qualified at least for the last 4 now, which means you have the opportunity to rest and rotate. Will we be seeing Tymal Mills opening the batting in your final group game?
I think it's a good opportunity, as you say. We're through to the group stage, can give a little bit of a run out to maybe some guys that haven't had a game so far, and yeah, we could see the big fella at the top of the order.
We'll look forward to that. What did you make of your opponent today? Hassan came very close to chasing down a mammoth target.
He did. Have to give credit where it's due. He played some really good strokes. Found the middle of the bat a lot. Put me under. The boys under a bit of pressure, and he was undeserving of losing. But on another day, I'm sure he'd have come up on top.
So Hassan, you came so close to chasing down the record score so far in this competition. You must be feeling absolutely gutted.
I can't lie to you, Sam. It was a tough dressing room to walk back into at the end of the game. I thought we played some really good cricket. We came really close, but it just got away from us right at the very end. And it's a tough loss to take when conditions are like that.
Tymal has been hitting the ball all over the place, so maybe not such a surprise that he got 72 against you, but then you performed brilliantly with the bat yourself. Were you feeling like you could win this game going into that final over?
We felt like we were well into the game going to the final over, considering that we'd clawed it back after the second over mark. I think hit 3 sixes. Harry did and hit 3 sixes in a row in the fourth or the third over, which brought us right back into the mixer. I thought we had a really good chance of coming away with a win, but unfortunately not to be.
Tough opposition though, and you showed yourself to be completely capable of riding alongside them. So I think that you've got a good chance of making the last 4 still.
Yes, so we just have to make sure that we turn up tomorrow. It's always hard coming back after a tough loss like today, but we've got to make sure that we start fresh. We get ourselves back up for it, make sure our energy is nice and high, and make sure that we focus on the present and what we can do now rather than focusing on the past, which is already gone.
Quite the game then at Durban Fields in the Quarantine Cup this evening, and this is how it's affected the Group 2 table. Sussex have 6 points and sit pretty at the top of the league standings. From their 3 games, they are all but mathematically confirmed as a place in the semi-finals. Remember, boundary countback is crucial if 2 or more teams are tied for a certain position, and Sussex's is so superior to that of any of their competitors that it would take something quite miraculous for a turnaround of fortunes and Tymal Mills to be denied a place in the last 4. It's about all we've got time for tonight on the Quarantine Cup, but don't worry, we're back tomorrow, 7 o'clock on thecricketer.com and the Cricketers YouTube channel to see if Tom Moores and Nottinghamshire can recover from that dreadful batting performance against Essex just a few days ago. They were bowled out for 9 then. They take on Hampshire tomorrow. Be back with us for that one. Until then, goodbye.
Cricket, our national treasure? Or dying irrelevance? Bodyline, tactical genius, or national disgrace? The 100, inspired innovation, or misguided mistake? Join the cricket conversation with a subscription to the Cricketer magazine.